And completed workout. Check. Sweaty AF? Check. Women looking at me? Of course. Post-workout meal? Negative, sir. What the
Bruh, look at this dude.
Wait, so do I eat immediately or 1 hour later? F this guy, I'm going to the fucking gym, mate. He's trash anyway, his program's absolute dog shit. What about my gains? What about my future? What about my... You're watching TB. But before we get right into this, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. It helps out the channel, more people can see what we're doing, and we can keep growing. Let's get it. All right, let's skate. In a paper published claiming that nutrient intake timing is critical to the recovery of protein homeostasis, Levagan actually compared consuming nutrients immediately versus delaying them, using 5 men and women, and actually found that protein synthesis of the legs and the whole body increased 3 times the normal amount when the nutrients were consumed immediately, compared to 12% when the nutrients were delayed for the 3 hours. However, the training was moderate intensity aerobic exercise. Psst, there are people actually in this world who resistance train and get bigger from lifting weights as well. The increased synthetic rate was more to do with an increase in mitochondrial proteins instead of the actual contractile elements being synthesized. So this study is basically useless for everyone else. Testing at its finest. Rasmussen used either a 6 gram of EAA drink or a flavoured placebo drink on 3 men and women 1 hour or 3 hours after exercise to see the response. No large difference in leg amino acid balance was actually reported between 1 hour and 3 hour intervals. Studies from SMARC used 13 untrained elderly males, set them on resistance training and gave them a protein carb supplement either immediately or 2 hours after training. Findings showed that the cross-sectional area of the quadriceps femoris and the fibre area had increased in the immediate consumption group compared to the 2 hour consumption group, which saw no noticeable difference. Cribb and Hayes conducted a study using 23 male bodybuilders. Protein, carbohydrate, creatine supplements were given to the both parties, one being taken before and after training, the other consumed in the morning and evening. Results showed that taking the supplement before and after training had significant impacts on lean body mass and type 2 fibre areas when compared to taking the supplement in the morning and evening. On the flip side, because the supplement was taken before and after exercise, it is difficult to assert whether the anabolic window had any impact on the result. Hoffman found no large differences in body mass or lean body mass. The supplement was given either before and after or morning and evening. Research by Tipton found that 6 grams of EAA taken before exercise was able to raise blood and muscle amino acid levels to 130%, and levels remained elevated for 2 hours after exercise. Having said that, this was challenged by Fujita, which stated that pre-EAA consumption before exercise does not enhance post-exercise MPS. Tipton found even more research suggesting that 20 grams whey ingested before exercise elevated the muscular uptake of amino acids by a multiplier of 4.4 times the original resting rate during the workout. This did not drop to baseline until 3 hours after exercise. It appears that a well-constructed, high-protein carbohydrate meal before exercise acts as a pre-workout but also a very efficient post-workout meal. Lehman estimated that the anabolic property of food lasts around 5 to 6 hours based on postprandial amino acid breakdown, although infusion studies with rats and humans indicated that postprandial rises in muscle protein synthesis from amino acids or protein from a meal is more transient. Baseline figures are reached around 3 hours even if amino acid availability is still elevated in the body. To give even more conclusive evidence to this topic, a 2013 meta-analysis of protein timing on strength and hypertrophy was conducted. There were 478 subjects for strength and 525 subjects for hypertrophy. 23 total studies were included due to all other studies being inaccurate for specific precursor examinations. One treatment group intaked 6 grams of EAA 1 hour post or pre-workout, and one control group that did not consume protein 2 hours pre or post-workout. For the full model, including controlling for covarrubias, there was no noticeable difference between the treatment and control for strength or hypertrophy. However, the meal timing in the control groups varied from immediately to 2 hours post-workout. This means that it is difficult to draw a conclusion on whether an anabolic window exists for protein timing. Most of the positive effects found in timing studies were due to increased protein consumption, which was actually found to be a strong predictor of muscular gains in the long run. 2 out of the 3 studies matched for protein intake found no benefit from timing intake. The other one study found big big increases in muscle mass from a timed protein dose, example morning and evening versus around training. However, this study did not contain enough data to calculate an effect size relating from a 1 rep max strength or hypertrophy outcome. The overall result of this meta-analysis found that the protein window of consumption appears to be about larger than 1 hour pre or post exercise. Future research should specifically match protein intake and therefore allow for the timing of the dose to be a main indicator of results. The differences in training advancement, age, calorie consumption, body composition, protein intake, and more means that research needs to be conducted more thoroughly in terms of the specific populations. This is why a lot of the data on nutrition timing is generalised for a specific population. Most of the studies have compared pre and post workout supplementation at the same time instead of comparing the two against each other. My recommendation I actually can make is to have a pre-workout meal with 35 to 40 grams of protein plus some carbohydrates, and the same goes for the post-workout meal. The time between these meals depends on the size of the meal and if they are mixed with other nutrients. An interval of 5 to 6 hours between meals can be achieved with a moderately sized pre-workout meal. It is very dependent on personal circumstances, lifestyle factors and tolerance. If your training session is shorter, then meal spacing needs to be shorter in ratio as well. In my opinion, a lot of the literature is very mixed and there is no one answer to this question. My recommendation is a solid answer to satisfy all of the concerns about protein timing while covering any other anomaly studies. I will leave the links to the papers below so you can do your own research and read for yourself. Thank you for watching until the end. It actually means a lot to me. Please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. It really helps the channel grow and more people will be able to see this content and educate more people. Sending my love to you all. Take care. TB. TB, really never be switching to the wire. All of these people, they fake, they don't change my tire. Listen, I got different attire on, maybe today. I wear gangster, but I'm a gentleman. Disguised, yeah, I do cause pain. I ain't gonna lie, I call your name. But she never respond, yeah, but she's the one calling me lame, yeah, they calling me insane. But I do flow, yeah, they'll see me on my fucking boat, yeah, I do motorboat. And listen, I won't lie, I really do roll. When I'm on stage, they pay me 50k to come to the stage and to come to the show. And I really do go, cause they know me to go. I do sometimes reload, look. Here I am on the flow, in the game, only 18 years old, yeah, I'm going to the top. Since I started, they said I was gonna drop, but guess what, not once have I flopped, listen, so I just keep rolling. See me in London, River Thames, yeah, I'll keep boating. People listening in around saying how we so good. Guess what, I ain't gonna lie, one day I really never wanted wood. Look, so I really stay on my grind. Somebody tried to touch me, I said somebody gotta die. Listen, they like, oh, we so cool. Yeah, but I know these people, yeah, they so rule. Yeah, they try to rule, no, they really can't. Come to my castle, get locked in the ground. What you gonna say? Yeah, you really stank. Weed I do. I'll admit you used to do cocaine, but I go shoot. Listen, I gave it up for the greater mess of what I wanted. I was writing on paper. Listen, I had to get clear about the goals. I had to tell God that I want to be the greatest, be the goal. Yeah, I know people are listening to this, believe in yourself. If people calling you a clown, pull out the belt. Yeah, give them the melt them in the furnace. Yeah, I burn that boy, guess what, then I'll wrap him in a curtain. Look, I won't lie, end of the beat, but I'm still flowing, I'm so saucy, young, worm supreme. Yeah, sometimes I wait for Versace, yeah, so maybe long. Yeah, she'll go, she calling my phone, pull up on me, yeah, I'm on the road. Look, I bought a Porsche 911 last night. Blacked out rims, blacked out leather, yeah, I'm going through the night. Oh, TB, really do have the sauce. People listening in, I'm like McDonald's drive through, oh.